Oregon DMV practice test. Flashcard 1. The driver's role. What is the most common cause of traffic crashes? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is human error. Flashcard 2. Speed limits. What is the speed limit in a residential district, public parks, and ocean shores? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is 25 miles per hour. Flashcard 3. Speed limits. What is the speed limit in school zones? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is the speed limit is 20 miles per hour. Flashcard 4. Following distances. What is a safe following distance on roadways? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is 2-4 seconds. Flashcard 5. Traffic signals. Who must obey traffic signals at crosswalks? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is drivers, pedestrians, and bicyclists. Flashcard 6. Safety corridors. What has more fatal and serious injury crashes than the statewide average? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is the safety corridor stretches of state and local highway. Flashcard 7. Safety belts, passengers, and inside distractions. Who must wear safety belts? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is all drivers/passengers must wear safety belts. Flashcard 8. Backing up. Backing a vehicle is a small part of driving, but it is dangerous because you cannot see what is immediately behind you. What should you do when backing a vehicle? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is turn your head so you can look through the rear window. Be sure it is safe to do so. Be sure it will not interfere with other traffic. Do not depend on your mirrors and back no further than needed. Flashcard 9. Other locations. You cannot stand or park a vehicle within 10 feet of a what? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is fire hydrant. Flashcard 10. Meeting a vehicle. What should you do if an oncoming vehicle is drifting into your lane? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is warn the other driver with your horn or lights. Pull to the right as far as possible. Slow down. Flashcard 11. Stopping distances. You need to know how long it takes to stop any vehicle before you drive. What does this depend on? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is your reaction time, the braking ability of your vehicle, the speed you traveling, road and weather conditions. Flashcard 12. Driving while intoxicated. If you drink alcohol, even a little, your chances of being in a traffic crash are much greater than what? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is if you did not drink any alcohol. Flashcard 13. Driver safety and responsibility. What is the open container law? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is the law states that it is illegal to drink alcohol or have an open bottle or container with any alcohol in it while you're in a motor vehicle on any roadway or highway. Flashcard 14. Safety belts, passengers, and inside distractions. Child passengers under 1 year of age, regardless of weight, or a child who weighs 20 pounds or less must be what? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is properly secured in a child safety system in a rear-facing position. Flashcard 15. Night and bad weather driving. When should your headlights be turned on? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is from sunset to sunrise. Flashcard 16. Avoiding collisions. What are ways that you as a driver can avoid car collisions? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is by stopping quickly, by turning quickly. Flashcard 17. Communicating with other drivers. You can let other drivers know what you plan to do by doing what? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is signaling before changing direction, signaling before and during slowing or stopping. Flashcard 18. Communicating with other drivers. It is important to let other drivers know where you are and what you plan to do. How can you safely do this? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is use your headlights, horn, hazard lights in a place where your vehicle can be seen. Flashcard 19. Looking ahead. How many seconds ahead should you scan the entire driving scene? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is at least 12 seconds ahead. Flashcard 20. The driver's role. What is the cause of more crashes during the evening hours? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is fatigue may account for this fact. Flashcard 21. Sharing the road. When should drivers stop for pedestrians? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is in a crosswalk. Flashcard 22. Parking on hills. What must you do when parking uphill against a curb? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is turn your wheels outward away from the curb. Flashcard 23. Stopping, standing, and parking. Do not stop or park in the traffic lanes of a road unless you are in what? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is a residential area, a business area. Flashcard 24. Traffic signals. What does a flashing red light indicate? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is stop. Flashcard 25. Pavement markings. What are yellow center lines on a roadway? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is dashed or solid. Marks the center of a two-way road used for traffic in opposite directions. Flashcard 26. Animals. Stop your vehicle if a person riding on horseback or leading an animal raises a hand or it is obvious the animal is frightened, unless stopping would cause an accident. What does a raised hand mean? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is the animal is frightened. You should not use your horn or do anything that could frighten the animal further. Flashcard 27. Leaving a freeway. You are driving in the far right lane of a 4. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is lane freeway, and notice thick broken white lines on the left side of your lane. You are driving in an exit lane. Flashcard 28. Defensive driving. Animals often dart onto roads or streets. The best defense against animal-related accidents is which of the following? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is watch for animals ahead and be prepared for unexpected movement. Flashcard 29. White canes and guide dogs. A pedestrian who is blind or visually impaired uses traffic sounds before deciding to cross the street. If you see a pedestrian with a guide dog or white cane waiting to cross at a corner, you should think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is pull up to the crosswalk so the person can hear your engine. Flashcard 30. Motorcycles and mopeds. When passed by a motorcycle, you should blank your speed and blank your position. Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is maintain. Flashcard 31. Bad weather. What is hydroplaning? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is when tires lose traction because of water over the road. Flashcard 32. Licenses, permits, and identification ID cards. What type of vehicle can you drive with a Class C driver's license? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is pickups towing small trailers, motorhomes, a fire or emergency vehicle, passenger vehicles. Flashcard 33. Safety belts, passengers, and inside distractions. In Oregon, drivers 18 years of age and older are required by law to use what? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is a hands-free accessory while using a cell phone. Flashcard 34. Parallel parking. Parallel parking is a skill that requires practice. When parallel parking, what are some basic rules one must be sure to follow? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is park in the direction vehicles are moving in the lane. Park within 12 inches of the curb. Flashcard 35. Driver signals and turns. When should you use your turn signal? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is at least 100 feet before the turn or changing lane. Flashcard 36. Railroad crossings. When should a driver stop before railroad tracks? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is a train is clearly visible or is so close to crossing a crossing gate is lowered, a flagger signals you to stop, or a stop sign is posted, flashing red lights are activated. Flashcard 37. Skidding. Skidding is one of the most dangerous driving situations. Which of the following statements is true? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is skids are caused when the tires can no longer grip the road. Flashcard 38. Rules of the road. What does the basic rule law state? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is you must drive at a speed that is reasonable and cautious for existing conditions. Flashcard 39. Railroad crossing signs and signals. What must a driver do when there are red flashing lights used with a crossbuck? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is stop. Flashcard 40. Funeral processions. What is exempt from certain rules of the road? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is funeral processions. Flashcard 41. Blind spots. What is a blind spot on a vehicle? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is areas where you cannot see in your mirrors. Flashcard 42. Blowouts. What should you do if you have a blowout? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is slow down, then brake smoothly to the side of the road, steer straight down the center of your lane, grip the steering wheel firmly, do not oversteer. Flashcard 43. Oregon's implied consent law. What is the implied consent law? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is, this means by driving a motor vehicle you consent to a blood test, breath test, urine test, if a police officer requests it. Flashcard 44. Traffic signals. What does a steady yellow signal indicate? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is, the signal is about to turn red, prepare to stop. Flashcard 45. Pavement markings. What do double solid white lines indicate on a roadway? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is, stay in the lane you are in until the lane separation line changes. You are not allowed to change lanes. Flashcard 46. Speed limits. What is the speed limit on all roads and highways not meeting any other definition? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is 55 miles per hour. Flashcard 47. Speed limits. What is the speed limit on Oregon interstates? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is 65 miles per hour, but may be posted as 70 miles per hour. Flashcard 48. Following distances. What should you do when following emergency vehicles? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is, do not follow closer than 500 feet behind emergency vehicles. Flashcard 49. Left turns. What must you do when preparing to make a left turn? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is, keep your wheels pointed straight ahead. Flashcard 50. Passing on the right. When can you pass on the right? Think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is, when the driver you're passing has stopped, is making or has signaled for a left turn when your lane or pavement is wide enough for 2 lanes of traffic going in the same direction.